Thanks for joining us again today. Got some updates on the Mustang we've been working on. Um, so I figured out where the differential gear oil has been going. Uh, you see that nice wet spot right there? It's kind of hard to see right now. The front of the differential is where the pinion seal is. The pinion seal is leaking. Just sitting here, not even driving, it's leaked a nice little spot there. So a pinion seal is in order for the car, and we'll be doing that. Also, I've gotten some radiator hoses because, the last thing anybody ever changes on the car, on any car, is the bottom radiator hose because they're usually a pain. You have to get under the car and you have to get, so you see what I've dealt with here. The hose was so hard and brittle, it had zero flexibility left to it. I had to cut it to get it out. These ends get frozen on to the pipe they're attached to. They don't come off easily, so I had to cut these ends, leave the ends on the car, and I was able to get that out. I think you see what I'm going after here is, do you see the amount of rust? This is all rust flakes that came out of just this hose. When I drained the coolant, and I don't like draining coolant. Well, this car wasn't so bad, and I'll tell you why. There was no coolant, all water. Now, we had some really cold. If that's in the bottom hose, can you imagine what's inside the engine and the radiator? We had some really cold weather a couple of weeks ago. It got down to 6 degrees. I can't remember if I test drove this car before or after that. Thinking it was before that hard cold. Now I'm worried that the block may be cracked, a head may be cracked. And if that's the case, that's going to shut this project down completely. I can't stress enough, and then part of it's my fault. The car sat here for about a year, and I just assumed it had antifreeze in the radiator. I mean, crazy me, but also what we're going to need to do is flush the heater core, because I'm quite sure the heater core is plugged with all this. That goes in your heater core, that comes out of your heater core. Heater core is back behind the dash. We don't want it to start leaking, because I ain't going to replace that. So what we may do is take these lines off, hook a garden hose to the line that comes out of the heater core, hook a garden hose to that with hook a garden hose to that, flush it reverse to see what comes out, flush it back forward, and I'm going to keep doing that until it's clear coming out, no rust flakes. But that's disappointing. Now I'm worried about the condition of the block. This is a 4.6 2-valve Ford engine. It's basically the same engine as is in the white Expedition. If you go back and look at some of my earlier videos, we did an intake replacement on the 5.4 Triton V8 that's in the Expedition. This is a 4.6, and it just doesn't carry the Triton name. Almost the exact same engine. I think they use the same intake, a lot of the same stuff. Thought I'd share that with you. So next video is going to be replacing the pinion seal. Yeah, I did get that reattached. I don't know if I shared that with y'all. The pull handle there. Anyway, Got the OEM brake light harness, wiring harnesses for each side. We're going to be putting them on. Um, and of course, last but not least, because we're waiting on the weather to, get a little warmer, we're going to start ripping the interior out, seats, carpet, all that good stuff. But like I said, with the water, the rust, 6-degree temperatures we had a couple of weeks ago, we may not be doing that. Stay tuned. Most importantly, be kind to one another.